that kind of thing. They're gonna probably we are live right now, so as we're talking now, they hear everything that we potentially could be saying at this point. Um, I
Okay.
will, um, but we're gonna just hang in there until we get a couple of people coming in.
And how do you see where the people are? Do they show up on?
Oh, yeah, they're showing up on UrbanCast. You know,
Oh,
that's where they're joining us. You know, most of the people who follow the page, they get an alert and it tells them that we are live and that
okay.
kind of thing. For those that we did put up a message and say, hey, we were coming on at 7 o'clock. Hopefully they'll forgive us tonight because we're a little late coming on. I'm gonna blame you ladies on.
That's okay.
That's okay, y'all.
Take the blame.
You'll take the blame.
Yes, sir. We're just not tech savvy. We had to learn
Yeah.
as we go.
All right, all right. But hey, I tell you, we have some folk in, and the cool thing about social media and the way in which we do things, people can always, if they come in with the broadcast, they can always go catch back up with it and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But for those of you guys who are out there, I'm speaking tonight with Mrs. Perry and Miss Belgard. And we're going to be talking about an upcoming Victims of Violent Crime walk coming up this Saturday, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And good evening, Miss Perry, Miss Belgard. It's an honor to address the two dedicated organizers who have put all of this tireless effort into promoting the awareness and support for victims' rights. As we gathered here today amidst the Victims' Right Week, the National Victims' Rights Week, we are reminded of the profound impact that your efforts in fostering empathy, understanding, and action within our community. With the theme, How Would You Help? Resonating in our hearts. We are called to join hands and stand in solidarity with all victims of violent crimes, offering them hope and support they need to heal and rebuild. With that said, I'm going to say again, welcome to Let's Talk, and we're going to be Let's Talking about National Crimes Victims' Rights Week. So, if one of you guys could give us a little bit about what the National Crime Victims' Right Week is all about.
Well, I will talk about that. The National Crime Victims Week is this year. It's April the 21st through the 27th,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people get proactive during this week. The theme for this week, I mean, this year's Victims' Rights Week is how can we help?
Mm-hmm.
An awesome question because a lot of people, when they have a crime, a violent crime that's committed against them, they don't know where to turn. They don't know where to start. They don't know who to talk to. They are just kind of lost and alone. And so the district attorney's office at Rapides Parish has a victims advocate there that should be able to at least get you in the right direction or tell you who you could speak to or what you can do. But based on my experience, um, at the time when this happened with my daughter was murdered almost 20 years ago, there was not much help out there for people. So I kind of got proactive and took it upon myself to turn something that was terribly bad that happened to me and my family and turn it into a good where I could help other people. So I am available to tell people what resources are out there. A lot of people don't even know that we have a reparations board that even helps you, like if you have a murder in your family,
Mm-hmm.
that helps you with funeral costs. A lot of people don't know that there is counseling available for them.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't ask, a lot of times they aren't told.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I want people to know, to please reach out to your district attorney's offices and ask for help. And if they can't help you, reach out to someone else. The Parents of Murdered Children.org,
Mm-hmm.
POMC.org, has a wealth of information to help people with. But this week is a very important week to reach out to others and to let them know they are not alone in this walk.
Okay. All right. Miss Perry, you have something that you'd like to add to that?
And like Stephanie said, a lot of people don't know the different resources that's available. I'm going to say for myself, I did not know
Mm-hmm.
until my sister Lakila Purvis was murdered,
Uh-huh.
and that's how I got to know the different stuff through Stephanie about the different stuff that's out there and be more aware what's available for us as a victim.
Mhm. Okay. Cool. That's good. Can either one of you share with us the journey and inspiration behind organizing this year's uh, Victims' Right Walk, particularly amidst the challenges posed by the, you know, I'm gonna say the pandemic and coming out of the pandemic. What type of challenges did you guys face?
Well, I, for once, um, for 17 years, Courtney's murder was unsolved. Finally, finally, I had help through a retired Louisiana state trooper
Mm-hmm.
that had a podcast, and he used his podcast as a crowdsourcing, and he was able to pretty much solve Courtney's case and have two suspects within 6 weeks. Well, we took this information to the attorney's office,
Mm-hmm.
and because of the pandemic, there was everything was kind of put on hold.
Mm-hmm.
So it took us almost another year to even get an arrest, even though we knew who the murderer was.
Mm-hmm.
So that really put a struggle on us, and it was just like I didn't know that because of a pandemic, you could let murderers run free on the streets.
Hmm. Yeah, I tell you what, the COVID pandemic forced us all into new challenges and
A
different
new
things.
world, yes, sir.
Right, 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 right. Miss Perry, did you have anything to add to that?
Miss Sonja, I hope we didn't lose her.
Yeah.
I'm trying to come back in. I'm fading in and out.
Uh-huh.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes,
can hear you. We can hear you good.
I'm trying to get a better. Okay, I'm trying to get a better signal. I'm outside.
oh, yeah. I Miss Sonia, was your sister murdered in 2020?
Well, she's left, so we're gonna
Uh,
go ahead and keep going
okay,
there. When she
let's
comes
just.
back in, I'll bring her back to the stage. How do you envision the theme? How would you help inspiring individuals from various walks of life to become more actively involved in supporting victims of violent crime?
Well, I guess you kind of have to walk the walk, kind of, is what I would say. Um, I have learned so much through these almost 20 years, but I've learned from myself. I did a lot of reaching out. I never stopped. I never gave up. I documented everything. Anything that I could find that helped me, I would write it down and share with others, because there's so many families out there that just are unaware of what is there for them that could help them.
Mm-hmm.
A, a lot of people just want to just kind of give up and just let it be. And people that have crimes that are solved is a little bit different than my scenario, because for so many years I had no answers. So
Mm-hmm.
I had to be my own person, advocate, whatever I could find to help me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I always shared with others.
You know, one of the one of the things, ladies, that it appeared that the families that get really involved in, getting concerned and start asking questions, and then asking questions. And did I say asking questions and keep on? It's the families that gets resolved. And in your case, it took you 20 years to ask, a lot of questions.
Yes.
And I oftentimes folk send us messages here over at UrbanCast involved in it all, and they're, what about my family? And I think, you got to talk, and I don't know, you guys can tell me, but I think you got to talk, and when you get tired, if other people get tired, you still got to start talking about it, just to make sure that you keep the subject, you know alive and well, because if you let it go, uh, if you look at the caseloads of the different law enforcement agencies, especially the city of Alexandria, it is down almost 1/3 of the force. And so you definitely have to stay on top of, and working with those detectives over there to make sure that they know that you are really engaged and want resolution.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I always told him, I says, I'm not going away.
Hmm.
As long as I got breath in my lungs, I'm gonna keep seeking for answers. And I know, sometimes they might get a little upset with me, but it's my daughter that's laying in the ground. And I always would tell them, if it was your daughter, you would feel the way I feel.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I definitely understand. I understand your passion. I can't feel what you felt and all of that kind of stuff, but I definitely understand that passion. Um, Miss Perry, can you hear us? Hey, Miss Perry.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit, why
God,
did y'all
signal.
start you guys are starting to walk over at the Holocaust near Rapids Regional, and concluding at the memorial trees? How did y'all pick these locations?
Sonia?
Uh, I think I'll let Stephanie answer that one,
Oh, okay.
because this is my first time walk with the walk,
Oh, okay.
helping to organizing it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'll let her. Because I don't want to say something wrong, so I'll let her answer it.
There ain't no wrong answers out
Stephanie.
No.
here.
Yes, sir. Well, the reason we chose the Holocaust Memorial is
Hmm.
because all of those people were murdered
Hmm.
long, long, long time ago, and there is a monument there.
Hmm.
That monument is a a beacon of hope and a way to sit and just reflect and remember of all the people that were murdered
Hmm.
long ago. And they that is their monument, and it's a little sacred spot, and it's a beautiful monument. So we start there, and we start with a prayer, and
Hmm.
that's where we will have our guest speakers speak. We invited the sheriff, and we invited the district attorney,
Hmm.
and of course Mr. Major Baden will speak.
Hmm.
And I will say a few words. Miss Sonia will probably say a few words, and we would like for the victim's advocate from the district attorney's office to come and say a few words. But if whoever can make it, and we're glad for them. And we walk. It's not quite a mile.
Hmm.
Um, we walk to a place where we have two living memorial trees planted.
Mm-hmm.
And those two memorial trees were planted probably 14, 15 years ago. And
Wow.
they're pretty big now. And we have a plaque there that is dedicated to these two living memorial trees. And so we walk there, and we do a balloon release where everybody has a balloon, and we pass around markers, and they can write a note or to their loved one, or if they're a victim of a violent crime, they can release an anger or whatever they need to release when they let go of their balloon. And whether it's your loved one's name written on it, or a note to someone, or just like I said, just to release something, that is, it's very beautiful when you see all the balloons in the air and different colors, and it's a very beautiful thing.
I tell you, what is it called? The National Night of Remembrance,
Oh, the
elect,
National Day of Remembrance. Yes,
National Day of Remembrance on last year. I remember,
yes,
it's amazing to actually come out and the one thing is that I never envisioned that many people being impacted by violence in our community. I know we have a lot, but that was an eye-opening night. It was my first one last year,
wow,
and it was a bunch of community members there,
yes,
and yeah, and the sheer number of names, and so
yes,
right, right,
and that's just a tip of the iceberg of
yeah,
people that come out.
hmm
There's so many more that I try to reach out to as many as I can through social media, and sharing, and posting flyers, and but that's just a tidbit of the people that are affected by violence.
Now, you guys did say that the sheriff was invited, the DA was invited. Just for those folk who are out there in the community right now, I would assume there's going to be some law enforcement protection along the way and all of that kind of good stuff. You
Yes, sir.
want
Yes,
you
it will
want
be.
to either one of you guys want to elaborate on that?
Yes, there will be escort from the sheriff department, and they will also have a van for the people who's not maybe able to do the walk, that
Mm-hmm.
they can ride on the van as
Mm-hmm.
well. But yes, we will have escort by the sheriff department.
Okay, cool. How do you ladies believe events like the Victims' Right Walk contribute to breaking the silence surrounding the victimization, creating more supportive environment for survivors to share their stories?
Well, I think
Uh,
it's because you know that when you look around and you see people with like their loved ones' favorite colors on, or their
Mm.
pictures on their shirts, or just you look around and you know that you are definitely not the only one in this fight. There is people all around you, and it's a good feeling to know that you're not alone.
Wow. Wow. I tell you, and I'm gonna reflect because I tell you, the dirty sneakers is what got me, and that they were the favorite sneakers of their loved ones, or the T-shirt, or it's the things that we all take a lot of that stuff for granted, but
Yeah,
it's really important to those family members.
yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
yes.
Can y'all shed some light on the importance of the balloon release ceremony? How it serves as a tribute to those affected by violent crime?
Sonya?
Uh, I would say, like Stephanie was saying, you're able to like release something, a message,
Mm-hmm.
put on the balloon for the loved ones, or something you just want to release and get out. You're able to put on the balloons and then let them go in air and up in heaven, because that's where our loved ones are. that really got murdered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beyond attending this year's Victims' Right Walk, how can members of the community again continue to actively support the victims of violent crime throughout the year? Is there any kind of meetings that y'all have on a regular basis that people could participate in, et cetera?
Yes, sir. We have a family of murder victims support group that meets every second Thursday of every month at the West Side Regional Library that's on off of 28 West in Alexandria.
Hmm.
And sometimes we might only have, and it starts at 5:30 and we're usually done by 7 and we serve refreshments.
Hmm.
But sometimes we might only have a handful of people. Sometimes we've had up to 20. So, um, and when I can't be there, Miss Sonja is my right hand woman. She's there to take the reins, and she's always got a awesome hug for anybody that's having a, a low spot, a low moment, and maybe starts crying. Miss Sonja is the best hugger that I know.
Okay.
And then too, with the group, that the support group, um, we do go out if we know someone that's having a court case dealing with their loved ones that
Yeah,
got murdered. Uh, we do come out and we go and we support. We're in the courtroom with them. We're there fighting from the beginning all the way to the end and afterwards. So we do that, and we call and we check up on people, to make let them know that we're still here and that they're not alone. And we're here any time of the day. They can contact us if they just need someone to have a listening ear, to listen to them talk or whatever. We're here. That's what our support group is, based upon too.
yeah.
Mhm. All right.
And sometimes
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry,
No, no. You go
sometimes
ahead, Ms. Belgard.
sometimes we have a counselor that comes.
Mm-hmm.
She's not able to come every time,
Mm-hmm.
but she does offer free counseling when she is there, and that's a very good thing because a lot of times we're just we're the survivors. Our loved ones were the victims,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't know the right words to say sometimes, whereas she does. Or she teaches us how to coping skills or learning different ways to relax
Mm-hmm.
and different things that you can do to when you're going through grief.
Okay. All right. And dealing with dumb peoples like myself, who and don't know what to say and not to say.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you, lastly, what message, we have the walk coming up on Saturday. Again, what time does the walk start and approximately what time is it going to end on Saturday?
Sonia, you want to tell him?
Okay, yeah, it'll begin 10 a.m. sharply.
Okay.
And we should be over no later, I say 12:30 maybe.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I tell you that lastly, what message would you ladies like to convey to the community as we come together to honor the Victims' Right Week and stand in solidarity with all those affected by violent crime? What do you ladies? What would you guys like to say to the community?
Well, one thing
Um,
we'll let Miss Sonia go.
Go ahead, Miss Sonia.
oh, okay. Okay. I would like to let everyone know that you're not alone.
Hmm.
You're not in this fight alone. We're here, and that's just me. That's what I want to just let people know, that they're not alone. We're here for you, to support you and help you along your fight and your journey for your loved one.
Yeah. And I want to say that because I had so many years of my daughter's case being unsolved, that
Hmm.
I had shirts made that on the back of the shirts it said never give up. And so I always tell people don't give up. keep fighting for answers for your loved ones. Be their voice, because they're not here with us anymore, but they would want you to keep living and to keep their name alive and to keep fighting for, if it's like me with an unsolved case, keep fighting for justice,
Mhm.
but never ever let them be forgotten about. And this is a way for us to remember our loved ones and never let their name be forgotten.
Well, I tell you, just getting to meet some of you guys, I see some strong families, in dealing with this, and that's not only the two of you, but I've gotten to meet quite a few ladies, Miss Rachel Holmes, Miss uh, Krista Valerie, and the name, and I'm lost with words right now, but it's just so many that are struggling. As we bring this discussion to a close, I want to, number one, express my heartfelt gratitude to Ms. Perry and Ms. Belgard for their unwavering dedication to the cause of victims' rights. Your timeless efforts in organizing the Victims' Right Walk serves as a beacon of hope for survivors and testament of power of community solidarity. May this year's walk inspire all of us to respect on our roles in supporting victims of violent crime and actively contribute to creating a more compassionate and just society here in Central Louisiana. Again, I want to say thank you, Ms. Perry, Ms. Belgard, for your remarkable leadership and commitment to this cause. And I say that on behalf of everybody over here at UrbanCast 3IA. We definitely want to say thank you for your time. And we'll certainly be there on Saturday to cover the walk and share with the rest of the community, the things that you guys are doing. I think you guys have said it all. And I want to also thank everybody who stayed with us tonight. And for those people who come in and look at this after the fact, I definitely want to say thank you and helping us spread the word.
And
If
I
you
just
guys, I'm sorry.
can I just end with one thing?
Oh
This
no, this
is
your mic.
a family. This is a family event, and
Uh-huh.
you have children, or you want to bring your baby strollers, or just bring it on. And family is welcome, and involve as many people as you can, friends, neighbors,
Mhm.
because a death is like a ripple effect, or a crime is like a ripple effect. It hurts a lot of people, not just the one that it was committed against. So there's so many others that are affected also.
Oh, definitely,
Yes.
definitely. Yeah, definitely. Miss Perry, did you have anything else you'd like to say? She's listening to.
Um, we look forward to seeing as many people. We look forward to seeing as many as people come out Saturday. And like Stephanie said, come out, bring your strollers, wear shirts, make your signs to with your loved ones' names and stuff on it. So just come out and fellowship with us.
Okay.
And it's going to be rain or shine, unless it's a huge downpour. We're walking.
Y'all are walking. And
That's
and
right.
and, and the last thing I'm gonna leave everybody with here is something that I heard both of you ladies say either before we went live or when we were live, and that is to stay vigilant, and making sure that you communicate with the DA, with detectives, and different things of that nature, and stay persistent, even if you have to call once or twice a week to get updates. That's
Yes.
one of the takeaways that I've been hearing family after family say. Stay on top of it. Don't ever assume nobody else is going keep the fire running for you.
Yes.
Stay on top of it.
Yes.
Um, so with that said, I definitely want to thank everybody who joined us this evening. And if y'all can try to get out to the Jewish Holocaust Memorial right there by Rapides General. There's going to be a
Yes.
walk. It's about a mile away to the two trees that were
Yes.
planted. There's going to be definitely covered by the Rapides Parish Sheriff's Department there. So y'all, if you don't have anything to do Saturday, make sure you come on out and support the victims of families of the victims of violent crime. And again, thank you guys. If you ladies can just hang on 1 second, I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream.
And thank you also.
You're so welcome.
Yes, thank you, Jack, for having us.
Oh, our pleasure. Trust me, our pleasure.